Training camp, day one. What did we see? What did we learn?
Well, we saw a lot of really good plays. We saw a lot of really good players.
Let's break it down. First, let's start with the defense. Some good defense played by Zaire Franklin. Shout out to him, actually. Let's start off with that. We met Tim Crossan off of the Trenches podcast. If you guys don't know it, it's EJ Speed, Zaire Franklin, and Tim. They break down football. They were doing every week, but they actually took a month off. Just uploaded episode 32. Go watch it if you want. Anyways, I'll actually link their YouTube down in the description. We talked to Tim about what Zaire thinks, about everything, what's been going on. Picked his mind a little bit. He said Kenny Moore is still the leader of that cornerbacks room and to expect great things from it, which is very good news, right? Especially with a lot of people acting like, oh, man, the cornerback room is going to suck. I want y'all to know, young cornerback year ones versus year two, it's a huge jump. Remember Sherman year one to year two. Cam Chancellor year one to year two. That whole defense, right? That gives a lot of vibes to this Colts defense.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, offensively, they're going to get Anthony Richardson on the pod, which is great. I asked about that for anybody wondering. And just, saying he's humble. He's a good leader. We all knew that. If you didn't know AR is a good leader and humble, I don't know who you're watching. You know what I mean? When he's getting interviewed and different things. And then, yeah, we just, basically chopped it up about, the city here and then Philly, which is where they're from. And, yeah, just great guy to talk to. And I'm going to try to get on that podcast. I promise you guys right now. Anyway, so great things from AR and maybe some bad things from a certain tight end. So Jelani Woods comes back, training camp, he was injured all of last year. And he's running good routes. I mean, he's running great routes, getting open, and dropping balls. So Jelani Woods, day one drops was a big issue.
He was still getting open, though.
He was getting open, and he had good blocking. Good blocking. Now, the tight ends who were catching, shout out to that guy. He's actually my banker. Shout out to the bank. So, Kylan Granson was catching.
Kylan Granson was catching. He was
blocking.
He was really good at blocking, too.
Drew Ogletree, same thing. Mm-hmm. And Mo Alley Cox really just blocking. They didn't throw to him. Not a humongous Mo Alley fan when it comes to his hands. But, man, is a baller when it comes to blocking, and I really enjoy him. He's super big, massive. Used to play basketball.
Oh, yeah. Kylan, really underrated tight end. He got his first career NFL touchdown last season. He's been with the Colts about 4 years now.
Yep.
I actually got him to sign my jersey.
Look at this.
This is
signed Granson
right here.
Signed
Number
Granson.
83.
I almost got a JT ball, Jonathan Taylor ball. Sadly, family right next to me got two of them. Don't really know why they needed two, but hey, you know what? Shout out to them. I'd rather a kid have something than I. You know what I mean? I was really here again to pick Tim's brain, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
He said Zaire is excited for all the rookies, and that apparently he's leading more by example. And that Zaire wants to be all pro, but he's not focusing on his numbers. He's focusing on the team winning, apparently more than ever. Which again, if your leader is focusing on winning more than ever, what do you think the rest of the team's going to do? You know what I mean? I think maybe he wasn't purposely individualistic before, but I think maybe other guys were, and that was hurting the defense and sometimes the offense, right? Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. You know what I mean? Oh, funnel the tackle me. That's going to be a bad thing, but I think the Colts have changed it, and I think that really starts with Coach Steichen. Coach Steichen has changed the team. We saw him yelling at players today.
Oh, yeah.
We saw him vocal. We saw him, hey, come on. AR misread. There was one misread by AR. It was a throw to JT above his head really bad, right?
Yeah.
And AR's like, no, we're trying to explain it or whatever. And Shane's like, nah, like, da-da-da-da. We don't know exactly what he said, but basically holding dudes accountable doesn't matter if they're a round one pick, doesn't matter if they've shown greatness, doesn't matter if they are a guy who's great, He's going to hold every single guy accountable.
Oh, yeah. Just to build off on that, I know once we were watching and quarterbacks all wearing the red jerseys. The whole thing, they're all pads. You don't hit the quarterback. But there was one defender that actually came up and he took down.
He sacked Flacco.
Flacco.
Sacked Flacco, and Shane got pissed. We all heard him say, hey, number whoever it was.
Arms start flying up in the air.
Yeah, number whoever it was. He said, we're not doing that. Because again, guys, training camp's going to get physical. This is the first time these guys have performed in front of people in a long time, especially these young guys. These rookies have never performed in front of an audience like us, of NFL fans.
Got to keep them accountable.
yeah, you got to keep them accountable. You got to keep their head on straight because, again, it's a big jump. You know, it's exciting. It's training camp. You should be excited. You should be ready to sign Otto Zader. But, again, focus on the goal. Don't hurt anybody. That's our backup, you know what I mean? Just like if they would have gotten AR. That's the guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like Shane's really good at that.
Shane is keeping everybody accountable, and this team is going to do great things. Now, highlight of the day for me. First of all, A.D. Mitchell. Beautiful. I mean, just footwork, route running. Reminds me a lot of Josh Downs' day one training camp last year, which gives me high hopes. And even, he was still out there. He was out there till we got kicked out of the stands.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was out there for 20, 30 minutes after. And so was guy fighting for a third string.
Oh, yeah.
Bean, the guy from Kansas. So it's like, we have a lot of guys out here who are just trying harder than maybe they quote-unquote need to or want to by certain fans, but they are really going at it. And again, highlight play for me is Anthony Richardson dropping back, and he has pressure, so he's coming to his left, and he throws a dart, and we all think this is uncatchable. Two cornerbacks collide. We're thinking one of the cornerbacks had to hit it away or intercept it, and then after those cornerbacks collide, we see a crouching Pittman reach over the goal line and score. I mean, spectacular throw, incredibly tight window. Again, one mistake on a pass today. Everything else was amazing. He was out there running pretty well, too. I mean, his legs look good. His arm looks good. Man, oh, man, they look good. Again, it's day one of camp. This doesn't mean everything. But, again, you are going to get to see, guys, 5 different training camp reviews. It's day one for me. I go back Tuesday, and then I think I go, like, Friday. Again, I'm going to be going throughout, so this is day one, but it's important to remember that it's also just one day. You know what I mean? We're going to have guys, AR might go out, Tuesday have a terrible day, right? And then maybe Jelani has a great day. Maybe Jelani catches everything spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
So again, this it isn't the end all be all, but again, the good things is what you want to watch the most of. The good things, because those things usually carry over. You know what I mean? I loved the defense hyping each other up too. You know, Zaire and EJ really loved second stringer and third stringers. I mean, there would be a pass breakup on third string Ellinger, you know what I mean? And they'd be over there, throwing it down, you know, Seba, all the different celebrations. Man, I'm telling you, this is energetic. This is training camp. Football's right around the corner, and I am very excited. So training camp day one is awesome. Again, shout out to Tim. Meeting him was freaking awesome. We had a great conversation. Couldn't even get to all the highlights of that, which is why I will be on the podcast one day to talk to him. Again, that's all we got here. Nick and Luke from training camp day one, signing out. F-Like time out of here, y'all.